All right. All right, boys and girls. You know what time it is? We're watching hockey, baby. I'm doing this from home, sucker. I'm back home now. I'm not pet sitting anymore. I got my Capitals blanket right here. Um, I don't have a manifesto. These are like Bible verses and stuff that I wrote, inspirational quotes, stuff like that. Anyway, I wrote these like a few years ago, 3 years ago. But no, real quick, I want to comment on the game. I want to talk about the game right now. Obviously, we've got Florida and Carolina. In Carolina, game 1, Eastern Conference Finals. And I got a new bookshelf. Yeah, this one's the new one. I put it on top of, put this one, my old one, on top of it. So instead of spending 36 on a tall one, I paid 26 and got a taller one with, short ones. I put that on top. Anyway, gotta put all my movies away and stuff like that. But stoked about that. But yeah, I'm making this video because I wanted to comment on the game, talk on the game a little bit, and I'm really excited. I want to try to catch up here. The intermission report, you guys, on TNT has got Darren Pang on it, and you guys, this is straight up hockey opinion, but like, and I don't really have an audience yet or a real big fan base for hockey, but this, I'm not even gonna toot my own horn, but I will in a way. This is like some legit opinion. I've got some good opinion about this. I know it's quality, but anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. Darren Pang is the man. That's what I mean. Darren Pang is the man. And so TNT usually doesn't have Darren Pang on there. They usually have him in the games, like on the Western games, or like he's like at the games commenting. He's not usually on the panel. It's usually Anson Carter, right? So, but tonight it's Biz, Liam McHugh. He's the host. You got to count him because he's the host. But it's a given he's going to be there. He's the host. So you've got Paul Biznasty, you've got Darren Pang, and you got Henrik Lundqvist tonight. And it is a really good panel. But I just want to. I want to hurry up and say this stuff real quick. So first off, Darren Pang is a really great addition to the panel right now, and he's making a really big difference, and I'm really, really loving the vibe so far. I'm really loving it. You've got 2 goalies next to each other. Darren Pang is a goalie, and he's a goalie expert. Plus, he's just like, Darren Pang is awesome. He's a retired pro, from what I understand. He's a big St. Louis fan. He usually does the St. Louis games during the regular season. But here's something else, dude. This is what I really like. There was a moment where everything changed, and before the game started, they're talking intermission. They're talking not intermission. They're talking about betting odds and sporting odds. All the stuff that they do, the betting odds, all the bets, and the plus and the minus and over and in the over and the under and blah blah. I don't like all the betting and stuff like that, but it's kind of part of the game right now, so it just kind of is what it is. But Liam McHugh is being all cavalier, trying to like make some statements about like what his thoughts were and Biz Nasty's thoughts and stuff, and Henrik Lundqvist and stuff. Well, Darren Pang just put his hat in the ring. He said, you know what, guys, I'll tell you what I think, and I'm going to go all the way, son. And he went all the way, and he put his hat in the ring, and he said, what's up? And he said, what's up? And he meant it. And it blew Liam McHugh's mind. I love it. I watched it, and I saw it, and I love it. It blew Liam McHugh's mind. He did not know how to respond. It was amazing. It was perfect. So Darren Pang tried, and it was beautiful. He made like a subtle, like, you know what, guys, there's more important things to talk about than betting. So I'm going to put my hat in the ring right now, and I'm going to put the period on this sentence so quick and so precisely and so poignantly, there ain't nobody going to be able to continue this sentence. The sentence is over, son. It's over. And that was just wonderful. I loved it. So anyway, just the little things. It's just the little things. I'm seeing it, though. I noticed these things. But anyway, so the dynamic has been interesting since the intermission, beginning of this intermission, because Liam McHugh is kind of thinking like, I don't really know what to make of Darren Pang. I don't really know what to say. I'm kind of getting that vibe from Liam McHugh, that he's kind of like, dog, I don't really know. Sorry, I was looking at my guitar. This wasn't looking quite right for some reason. The string looked a little crooked. But dude, I can't be loud because my mom's asleep. But dude, I freaking love Darren Pang. I always love Darren Pang. I'm so glad he's on the panel tonight. And I'm so glad that the freaking vibe has changed. It's different. It's different and it's good. Oh man, Darren Pang. Man, oh man, I hope we keep this guy in there because this guy's awesome. But I've been talking all about the panel, not even about the game. So let me say something about the game real quick. So it's 2-1 Florida right now. Florida goes up 2-0, and then at the end of the period, Sebastian Aho of the Hurricanes redirects the puck in through the 5-hole. Bobrovsky skate pass to him while he's right in the slot, right in Bobrovsky's right up in his grill, redirects the pass with his skate, and it goes in. They deem it a good goal. This is a great start of the series and start of the period. Everything, period, start of the game, period is great. We got Eddie Olczyk in the building. That's what we need. We got Brian Boucher. We got Kenny Albert on here, you guys. So, first of all, I'm trying so badly not to get hit by this copyright claims because the crap is whack. And like, you can't even make a video and like show or have any audio really from the dang TV because, I mean, obviously I'm complaining here, but and this is no-brainer stuff. But okay, start of the second period. But like, you get copyright blasted for anything real quick, like a millisecond. Like, I'm not even showing the game. I'm literally showing like 3 seconds of footage. Bam, copyright. You know, that's why I got the volume turned down. But yeah, dude, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be an interesting series. I'll tell you why. So a lot of different things have happened already that haven't happened yet so far, pretty much in the playoffs or pretty much in the series. I don't remember. I didn't follow the New Jersey Carolina series that closely. I'm a huge Caps fan, of course, obviously, but I did watch that one, and I can tell you right now, like, the Capitals never went up 2-0 against the Hurricanes. Like, from my memory, I don't think they ever went up 2-0. They might have gone up in the game that they won 2-0, but you guys, I think they did in that game. But that was like, it took the whole game. They didn't score the first one until like the second period, you know. The Florida Hurricanes went up 2-0 against Carolina in Carolina, and very quickly, I'll tell you, something happened really quickly in this game. Florida said, hey, you cute Hurricanes, I got something to tell you. And the Hurricanes were like, what? Like, are you talking to me? Are you talking to us? And Florida's like, yeah, like, who else did you think I was talking to? Florida's like, we are men. Did you know that? And we're about to take it to you. We're about to show you what playoff hockey looks like. We're about to show you what professional defending Stanley Cup champions look like. We're about to show you what a team full of men look like. And the reason I say that is, it's exactly what Florida's done. It's exactly what they did. They made Carolina look like Toronto. And that's not a compliment. Because in the Game 7 Toronto, Florida, it was men versus boys, basically. I said men versus young adults. It was men versus boys, basically. Men versus teenage boys. And that is what Florida has done in this game so far, at least. But here's the difference maker. And this is what didn't really happen. From what I could tell, I mean, I didn't watch a lot of games in the Toronto-Florida series, but I did watch Game 7. Florida gets one back. They get one back by the end of the period. So important. So important. Because as the series goes on, unless I'm flat wrong, as the series goes on, it's going to be a grinder. It's going to be a low-scoring series. I mean, that's the thing. It has the capacity to be like a crazy series. But already, Florida made Frederik Andersen look like, yeah, bro, we're going to score on you when we want to. That's when we'll score on you. The dynamic is different. Carolina looks young. Carolina looks inexperienced compared to this Florida team. Now, the fact that they scored a goal, and it's 2-1, is amazing. And shots are close. Carolina's outshooting Florida, which is great. But shots mean nothing, baby. You know, if you ain't scoring, it doesn't matter how many times you shot. You can shoot all night. Ask the 2010 Washington Capitals that when they faced the Montreal Canadiens. You know, yeah, that's a throwback, I know. But seriously, they put everything in the kitchen sink on net every single night and still didn't win. And the Carolina Hurricanes, this is the series. And it's so perfect. It's so perfect. And I'm really, really, really loving the way that these teams are shaping up in this era that we're in right now. We're not in the era where the Caps were a juggernaut, the Rangers are a juggernaut, the Penguins are a juggernaut, the Kings, the Canucks, and of course the Blackhawks are juggernauts. We're not in that era anymore. That era ended quite a while ago, actually. But we're in the next era. In this era, the Florida Panthers are the juggernaut. Carolina are the sandpaper, fast, gritty team. I mean, that's not even the right way to describe them. Carolina is like the challengers. They're like the challengers. They're like Rocky, and Florida is Apollo Creed. But you know what happened in Rocky 1, right? Apollo won. He won. But anyway, sorry to ruin that for you guys who haven't seen Rocky. Watch it anyway. It doesn't matter who won. Watch it anyway. We have Florida sitting at the top. They are the kings of the East. Florida owns the East. They're the king. And that's why that Florida-Tampa Bay series was so huge, because Tampa Bay is explosive. Tampa Bay is like Florida's cousin. They're like their older cousin. Florida is like Tampa Bay's younger cousin, because they ain't been doing it as long as Tampa Bay has, but now they're old enough to beat Florida. They're old enough to beat Tampa Bay up, and they did it. Everything runs through Florida in the East, and it's a big deal. Florida's big, fast, strong, smart. 3-1 Florida, just like that. 3-1 Florida. There you go. There you go. So I'm talking about. And look the Hurricane skating like he's skating around like he doesn't know what to do. Look at this fan. This fan right now. He's like, dude, I don't know what to do. Look at them. Look at their faces. They don't know what to do. Look, they can't comprehend it. I hope I don't get copyright struck here. Okay? Because it's probably gonna happen. But let's see what this looks like real quick. There's the goal. Anyway. Perfect shot. Perfect shot. See that? But yeah, the big story was the fans' face, and then the Carolina Hurricanes players' faces after the goal, because their face says, "Oh, that was AJ Greer." Their faces said, "What the heck just happened?" And I'll tell you what, that's exactly what happened. What the heck just happened is what just happened. That's what just happened. You don't understand. That's what's happened. That is what just happened. The thing that you don't understand just happened. So, and this is the challenge to the Carolina Hurricanes. This is the challenge the Toronto Maple Leafs had. You got to do something about it, because if you don't, you're done. Florida doesn't play. Florida wins. That's what they do. They don't play hockey games. They win hockey games. It's a big difference. You understand? But anyway, no, I'm gonna cut back here and watch the game again. Get back to stocking my bookshelf. But oh man, this is gonna be a good series. This is gonna be a good game. I'm giving the series to Florida. I'm giving it to Florida, and I hate to, because just like the Maple Leafs, man, I want the Leafs to win. I want the Carolina Hurricanes to win. Despite being a Caps fan and hating them and wanting them to not succeed, I would like to see them succeed. But here's the thing. If the Carolina Hurricanes are going to succeed, they have got to figure out the Panthers. If they don't, that's it. I mean, and basically, I mean, duh, bare minimum, duh, right? I mean, obviously, if the Carolina Hurricanes don't figure out the Panthers, they're going to lose. Of course they are. But I'm talking about like getting to the Cup, period, right? And yes, I know, of course, they have to beat the Panthers to get to the Cup. But what I'm saying, you guys, is Carolina is not that team. Not yet, at least. And they might not be. But Florida is. Florida is that team. They are your mama's daddy. That's who Florida is. Florida takes care of things like, you thought you were ready? You thought you were ready. You thought you were ready. The Maple Leafs thought they were ready, right? How ready do you think the Maple Leafs thought they were at home in Game 7? You're dang right they thought they were ready. They thought they were ready, but they were scared too. And you know why they were scared? because Florida does what Florida does. Because Florida is not the team you want to mess with. They got the puck again. They're owning it. They're owning it. They almost scored again. Florida is doing to Carolina right now what they did to Toronto in Game 7. It's a broken record. They're doing it again. They're doing it again. Catching up in shots, too. And you know what? Carolina, they got to figure this stuff out. They got to figure it out right now. They got to figure it out right now because this is the game. Once again, here we are right in the heart of the game. Second period. This is what happened last time. This is what happened against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Florida said, score, 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 score. Game over. So that's what's going on right now, guys. 3-1, Florida. And all momentum is Florida's right now. This is I'll tell you what I'm looking at right now. This is what I see. Carolina is playing this game, but they have been put in the receiving position. Now they're at home, right? Carolina has been put into the receiving position, which means it's not their game anymore. Florida has taken the game already. They've taken control of the game. Florida controls the game. Not just because of the score, but because of the play. They control the game right now. So, it's going to be a really great game. It's going to be a really great series, but, Carolina, already, man. And this is what Florida does. It's amazing. It's honestly amazing. I mean, if you're a Florida fan, especially if you're a long-time hockey fan and you're a Florida fan, I'm so happy for you because your team is freaking awesome. But they are. And Carolina's playing reactionary. They are trying to get possession and it ain't happening. Ain't happening. So we'll see. But Florida's winning this game. I'm telling you right now, Florida's winning this game.